Hey everyone, welcome back to Anchor Antique Wood. So we are finally in the new house, and I already set up my shop for the most part. I'll probably do some alterations down the line, but I just kind of want to go over the second floor renovations that we're going to be doing in this house, so you guys know. I'll kind of do like a recap, do a walk around, and this weekend I'm starting the guest room trim and changing out the electrical devices. I've done some electric already to the house, just like, fixtures and little I did some LED retrofits and stuff like that for the recessed lighting. Just a couple of quick electrical things that, it's boring to most people anyway. But I am doing the trim here in the guest room starting this weekend, and then next weekend I'll probably do my son's room that I want to update. So I just kind of want to go over the second floor real quick with you guys at the new house. In future videos I'll do more like kind of recaps, walking around the house, and kind of go over the renovations that we plan on doing in the house. We have a budget for the second floor, which we have covered right now. The first floor is probably have to wait a little bit because that includes the kitchen, which is very pricey. But the second floor, we have the 2 bathrooms, we have the hall bathroom, we have the master bathroom. All the other rooms we are going to do trim, paint, and flooring. We're probably going to do the carpet and all the second floor, so it keeps the room all the same and also keep within budget. We did look at hardwood flooring. We're back and forth of that, but with the loft, my son playing up here, being that he's smaller, we're going to probably stick with carpet so it's smaller with him, softer on his knees and stuff while he's playing on the floor. So we're going to stick with carpet up here on the second floor. But my wife likes to match the whole floor covering all the same. So whatever we put in these 2 rooms to start, we're going to continue to the loft into the master bedroom and probably the master closet. So this way all the flooring matches on our second floor. So this is our guest room. I kind of temporarily set up a bed because we had some visitors, but you can see I started ripping off the base, and I know it's not that amusing, but this is the base that was on here now. We plan on doing a 6-inch just square base, and as you see, there is no casing around the windows. There's just a windowsill. So to stay within budget, I was going to do my typical, header and just like 1x4 up the sides like I did on my old house before we left. But this trim here that's on around the doorway, back in the day, used to be pretty expensive. So we're actually going to keep this casing around the doors. I'm going to add it to the windows. To do that, I'm going to have to rip off the windowsill and make it longer. So the casing's 3.5. I'll have to do a little 1/4 inch reveal on the sheetrock. So I'll probably make the thing maybe 5 inches longer, so it kind of gives us almost like 1 inch of overhang on both sides. So I'm going to rip out this windowsill and put a new piece in. And underneath the windowsill, they use the existing casing, and we're going to pretty much probably do the same thing. This is just to keep us within budget up here on the second floor. Downstairs, when I get to that, I'm going to do the crosshead, the 1x4, the 6-inch base, and a couple other little pieces, and the top piece that goes on the top of the 1x6 for the crosshead. You can capture that, what I did in my previous house just before we moved, because we were going to stay there, but we ended up moving. So you can see in that video of what the trim's going to look like here on the first floor eventually. I want to kind of capture in this video me doing the trim. I'm going to rip up most of the carpet and just leave it for now until the painter's done. We are going to change the electrical devices in this room. Being I'm an electrician, I have checked some of the devices already, and the previous electrician actually did an okay job at wiring this house. He actually hooked and looped the outlets and the devices, which is the proper way of doing it instead of just plugging them in the back. So I'm actually pretty confident with the wiring in the house, but I'm still going to change the devices. Just put new ones in, put new cover plates on when the painter's done. We will be changing the ceiling fan out to a new fan and painting the room, the colors we want, touch up the ceiling, and new carpet in this room. This is the current state of my son's room. These shelves are here already. We kind of just left this room as is, but I had to set him up, being he's only 4, so this way he felt comfortable. So I set him up, but we're gonna do the same thing in here. So I'll be ripping out the base, keeping the casing, same thing on the windowsill, extending that. I took a piece off of his closet already to match what was here, and it's off a little bit, of course, so I'm gonna have to change out this piece and this piece, which I'll probably do this on the next episode. Same thing in here, just flooring, new ceiling fan, and paint, devices, and the trim. Also too, here on the second floor in the whole house, I'm going to be changing all the hardware. I kind of did one handle set. You can see what was here in the house, but I'm just kind of changing it so we can kind of see what it looks like. So this will be our new handle sets throughout the old house, I mean the new house. So it's just kind of a lever action. You know, look, once again, we're going for that farmhouse decor. You can see I already changed the hinges on here. You know, the painter will be able to paint around this, but I'm not going to change much more. But we're just going basically with black. Not even an oil or bronze. It's a black in color. So you can see the difference. You know, it totally makes the doors pop. It makes it a lot nicer looking. So this is my son's bathroom at the current time. You know, it's not a bad bathroom. The house is 8 years old, but you know, it's just not our decor. You can see it's just a plastic enclosure. So we'll be ripping this out, changing the tub, and installing probably subway tile in here. And we're gonna go with the old school, probably coin flooring that my wife likes. So it's just those 1x1, I think, hexagon flooring, and we're probably gonna do like a dark gray grout to it. You know, changing the vanity out, obviously new light fixtures and mirrors, paint, and then the tile on the floor. So this whole bathroom will be brand new as well too, and any additional, you know, trim that I have to do in here. This is our loft area. It's a pretty big room. As you can see, I got just a bunch of stuff piled up here right now, but the stairwell, we're going to keep the railing as is. I may change the color on the railing, I'm not sure, but probably not, but there's a possibility. You know, the light fixtures, I'm going to change out the hi-hats where, you know, I'd rather just have a recessed light over an old school cheapo builder light fixture when they built the house. You know, we'll be doing new carpet down the stairwell, new carpet in here that's going to match these two rooms and everything else. Same thing in here, there's no casing around the windows. Let me turn a little bit of light on. So I'll have to change the window sills and that casing to this, you know, around all these windows. We're not going to do crown up here. I kind of, downstairs I'll definitely do it, but up here I'm okay with it just being casing. You know, we're just trying to keep this on the budget on the second floor. The first floor is where I really want to put most of my money and effort into, basically. So, laundry room. You can see it's just linoleum flooring. I'll be putting new tile down here, probably adding upper cabinets up top. The laundry room, I already changed the light fixture to an LED fixture, which is on a motion switch that you can see there. So, you know, we'll be painting in here, doing new flooring, obviously new base. The casing's going to stay as is. All the hardware on the door will be changed. And then we have our master bedroom, which there's casing and it's a double door. And the thing is with this door is it's actually just a closet door when they built it. So you really can't lock it and close it, which we don't have to really worry about that. But as you can see, it's just the closet, catches, which the one doesn't work. And then they did a door handle on it. So really you just can push the doors open and come in right in here. So we're up in the air. Either I'm going to put a double door back here or I'm going to make this a single door. You know, I'm kind of looking for a place where I can put a barn door like I built in the past out of reclaimed wood, and this may be the only area in this house I could possibly do it. So I may bring this down to a single door and do a barn door on this. Same thing in here. As you can see, the carpets are a little dirty. We have them carpet clean, but it needs to be redone. So the flooring will match out here as the loft, you know, the whole second floor flooring, carpet will all match. Same thing in here, base. Change electrical devices, add the casing around the windows. Yes, you can see we just moved in, so we're just trying to figure out where we're going to put our pictures yet, which will be down the line. I did hang a TV already. I got to add the outlet for it, so it's behind the TV. And paint in here. This will be the bed we'll be using. Up top here, I'll be changing the fan. You know, changing out the recessed lights to a new version of an LED flat. And as you walk into our master bathroom, don't mind the mess or anything you see. As you can see me in the mirror, but obviously this is going to be a full gut too, and I'll be redoing this whole thing. So what I'm probably going to do is move the shower from here, eliminate the tub, and put the shower with the window and build the wall and then close this, enclose the shower here like it should be with the window. Over here I'll probably do where the shower is, maybe like a makeup table for my wife, and do floating or maybe reclaimed wood shelves with like nice black brackets in place of the shower here, because we don't use tubs, and we'll leave a tub for my son and then the basically guest bathroom. So we're going to eliminate the tub, build the wall, change the vanity out to probably a single sink, so we have a little bit more room that can shift this over and just center maybe a 4-foot or a 5-foot sink in there, which I think this one now is probably a 5-foot now, so we may do a 4-foot. That's what we used to have. We don't need double sinks, we don't get ready at the same time. And probably build a half wall here with a glass return for the shower door and everything. The toilet room they have enclosed right now. Once again, I don't like being enclosed, so I'm probably going to eliminate this wall and just do a half wall and kind of open this whole toilet room area up. And so it'll be like a half wall over here, a half wall over here, the shower, the door will swing out this way, and this will be a makeup table and new flooring throughout. And then in here we do have our master closet. Probably change the flooring. May stick with the shelves for now. Maybe repaint here. I did add some light fixtures already, LED, with a motion in here. So it's kind of recapping our second floor renovations. It's gonna take me some time to do this. I just do it on the weekends basically. So I just kind of want to recap up here. And then in future videos, I'll kind of go over the shop that I did already, which is just kind of basically set up, but I will do some modifications to it. And then the first floor, same thing. The flooring's going to stay on the first floor, but we're going to redo the kitchen. There's an office down there, dining room. So this will be all the trim that I've done previously with the crosshead and everything to make it a little bit nicer on the first floor and really bring out the farmhouse decor down there with the kitchen and, reclaim shelves above my coffee pot like I did in Manalapan when we used to be in New Jersey. So, kind of want to bring that farmhouse back out. I'll probably do some shiplap in certain areas. I may even do like a wall back here and shiplap in our bedroom to bring it up a little bit more and do like an accent wall there. In our previous house, we kind of went dark with a lot of the wood, instead of like, previous houses I've done white shiplap or V-groove. And I think we're gonna go back to that because we painted a bathroom in the past like all dark blue, and it was okay looking. It looked nice, I built the sink and everything for it, but it was just like a dark dungeon. So we're probably gonna go back to the white. We kind of learned our lesson with that. I don't mind it either way, but I definitely like the white better. So it pretty much recaps our second floor, guys and girls. So I'm gonna continue ripping out some of this trim, which is not that exciting. I will show you, you got to cut around the trim so you don't peel the paint off. I'm going to show you how I'm going to remove this windowsill. And then tomorrow we'll continue with some time lapse and show the trim going into this room. I was going to do both bedrooms this weekend, but I don't want to disturb my son right now. I'll kind of keep him till next weekend to do his room and kind of move him out for, like a day or two. And then the painter's out for like a couple of weeks, so I got some time. I'm not going to do painting anymore. I will definitely do any wood repair or anything like that, so and spackle. But as far as painting and flooring, that's going to be done by somebody else, minus the tile work. The tile work in the bathrooms I'll probably do, and you'll see that in future videos, so stay tuned, guys.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off.
So as you can see, I took my time taking that windowsill off, and the reason why I did that is because it's going to save me time of remeasuring and inscribing a new piece of wood. I can reuse the windowsill that's already there. To cut a new piece, I just have to make it longer. And as you see, they have the casing set up a little higher instead of being right here. So this is, and the reason this is elevated, so it kind of covers up this gap between the window here. So you want to elevate your casing so your windowsill basically comes over and goes into the window. Only thing I would do differently is that they did not put any shims underneath this, or like a spacing, a piece of wood for spacing to help support that. So when I do this, I will be adding some shims or pieces of wood as support till it goes back to the window, just so for pushing down. Basically, it just seems like they relied on the caulk next to the window to really support that, but I'd rather overdo it than have a piece of wood break if somebody sits on it or plays on it later on.
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an
Hey everyone, welcome to day 2. So I ended up ripping out all the carpet completely. I'm leaving the tackless for now. We did start getting pricing on carpet and we're up in the air. We may stick with carpet, we may go to hardwood flooring, but I think my wife wants to stick with these 2 rooms with carpet for now. And then maybe the loft and stuff, we'll do hardwood flooring and maybe the master. So I know I ran through a bunch of stuff here on the second floor fast yesterday, but I just kind of want to go through an overview of what I did, what we plan on doing, but you're going to see each project as we go. So if you missed it during my recap yesterday for the second floor, as the progression goes on, I will film everything I do. Minus like small like electrical stuff and everything, but as far as the projects themselves, I'll film everything I do and capture it so you guys can watch along as we go through this process over the next couple of years of this house. Alright, so the first thing we're going to work on today is getting this windowsill set and then do the casing around the window. Like I said, I'm going to use the existing windowsill as a template to save me time and effort of just, doing all the measurements and everything. It's just easier to just use this as a template. We're going to trace it and cut it out with a jigsaw. So what we're going to do is we're going to add more length to it, obviously, because we need to account for the casing. Plus we want it to overhang each side maybe 3/4 to an inch. So the casing is exactly 3.5. So that comes out to 7 inches. So basically we need to make this 7 inches, 9 inches longer than what it is now. As far as the distance, off the end. So we got 3.5 plus, so we need 4.5 inches from this little cut here to stick out to here to account for the actual casing and overhang another inch. So we need 4.5 from here. So that would take us to about right there. I'm just going to cut a little piece off this end because it's a little dirty. So basically that's where we're going to be sitting. We're going to be starting with that. And then we got 4.5. And that'll be our cuts at the end. So I'm going to cut this, I'm going to trace it and cut it, and we're going to go upstairs and install it. So, like I was saying before, I'm going to put blocks underneath this to help support the actual windowsill. There was nothing there before because we're going to keep it elevated. So it just gives us some additional support, especially at the ends. And we are going to fit this now, so hopefully it fits. There's no more additional trimming. So there you go. So we got our additional length for the casing. obviously we want this a little loose, and we just put some caulk on it just to give it a little bit of the ability to move. This will be nailed down, most of the casing, but you want to leave a little bit, you just caulk it up, and it gives a little bit of room for expansion and contraction during the summer months and winter months. So we're going to continue doing all this. Next will be casing around the windows, and then it'll be casing underneath here. We got 7.5 inches. So this gonna leave a 1/2 inch of room in between the two windows. So what we might do is actually might come all the way around and just do one like window, window frame around the thing. And then being this was just sheetrock before, we're probably gonna paint this semi-gloss white so it looks like an actual window frame. And I may just paint this all semi-gloss white and just leave the sheetrock, because having that 1/2 inch gap in between, it look a little silly, but I'm gonna just see what I feel like. So what we decided to do, instead of having back-to-back pieces of casing in between the window, we're gonna leave it with nothing. It just looked too busy. So you can see I just ran the casing around it with the windowsill. And what we'll do, after I caulk and stuff, is we'll paint this all semi-gloss white inside the window jamb that's out of sheetrock, and obviously the trim will be all painted semi-gloss white, so it'll still look like one unit, and it won't look too busy in the middle. I extended the window jamb, 1 inch on both sides. I'm sorry, the window sill, and then our casing will match up to the same line as the edge of the casing, the bottom piece underneath the sill. And that'll complete our window. And so that's pretty much what we're gonna do when we have a double window in the house or a triple window. We're gonna leave that middle piece out and just paint it semi-gloss white. I thought about getting a 1/4 inch piece of paneling to put in there, but to kind of come up to this. But I think we'll be all right without it. Let's get back to work. We're gonna get this piece underneath the window done. We'll do all the base in here. Obviously I'm saving some of the casing around the existing doors, so it's pretty much just base now. And we'll probably change some electrical devices today, get ready for the painter. We got some base in here. So as far as perspective as pricing, I like to use wood trim, but right now wood trim is a lot more than MDF. So this is MDF, and this MDF trim is insane already. So each board, basically for these 2 rooms to do the base and casing for my son's room and his guest room, it's $500 just in MDF trim alone. Which is crazy. It was $38 a board roughly, and it used to be like $11 a board. Now, back in the day, I'd be getting wood for probably about $12 a board, and I've been using real wood, but unfortunately we got stuck with MDF, which is okay, because it's getting painted white. It's a little easier to work with, but I still prefer working with wood. So as you see with the piece underneath the window, so you need to cut little return pieces. It's a very, it's another 45 miter with a straight edge. And you see it's a very little piece that just caps the end of this and gives you a finished product. So, I'll nail these on. I usually glue them too, put a little bit of wood glue on there as well. So for the base, instead of this little base piece, little colonial base, we are using a piece of 1x6. And as you can see, I put spacer blocks underneath it to leave room for carpet. So I think my wife decided we're definitely gonna do carpet in these 2 bedrooms for now. So I'm leaving a space for the carpet. Now if I was going to do the hardwood flooring, I would put the hardwood flooring down first and then do the base last.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. Let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want a ring. Yeah, we all want to be free. So show me what you got, what you...
Hope you guys like this video. Kind of capture what I'm going to be doing on the second floor. The initial start of the guest room and my son's room coming up. I have about 2 weeks to get ready for these two rooms for the painter. And then we're going to take it from there. I'm going to try to shoot a video soon too to capture the first floor renovations that we want to do and kind of the layout in the first floor. Definitely wish I would have started this sooner for you guys because this is my third house. So there's a lot of things I could have captured, you know, on video to go over, but it's going to be really cool. A cool adventure for you guys to follow along with. But yeah, I definitely want to try to shoot another video this week, kind of capturing the first floor, what we're doing on the exterior. I have some exterior repairs that need to be done, so I kind of want to go over that with you guys and just catch you guys all up on this new house. So hope all you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, stay safe and drive that nail home.